This is a very important discussion because there is so much going on in the news cycle these days, and the role of social media in our lives. And we're just bombarded with messages and opinions and displays of support. So joining us this morning with some advice on how to navigate challenging news cycles is mindset coach Hina Khan. Good morning.
Good morning, Meredith.
It's so great to have you here, and thank goodness you're here, because you're going to give us some clarity, some sort of guideposts into how to handle the non-stop news cycle, even going on in our own social media feeds.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, for sure. And, you know, you're going about your day and then things happen in the world and it feels like it comes so fast and it's overwhelming. You're seeing images, you're hearing things, and then we also don't know how people are personally affected, right? This could really be close to home for them or for people that they know. And then you're thinking, I have to say something, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. What if I say the wrong thing and then I don't want to receive the backlash for that? So it's a lot coming at you. And the first thing I want to say is to give yourself permission to not have to react in that moment and process some of this, process some of what you're seeing.
And that's an excellent first step to start. There are some questions or some almost checkpoints that you can give us when we are thinking about getting involved in our own feeds or even in our own conversations, like, is this opinion or is this a conversation? Where is the information coming from, right?
I know, I don't know. I find it can be very blurry these days. Is it fact? Is it conversation? Is it opinion? And what happens is when we are watching the same thing, the algorithm adjusts. So now we're also in an echo chamber. And we feel like what we're seeing is the reality, is the truth. So I think part of that pause is allow yourself to look at multiple sources and look at where exactly is this information originating from. It's so important to do that, I think, now more than ever.
Yeah, there seems to be a real value placed on speed, where really it has to be, you know, information, informed sources, credible sources. What about that idea that you alluded to earlier about saying nothing now is actually saying something? How do you navigate that?
I think there's so much judgment that we're feeling. If you say something, if you don't say something, so you almost have to, not almost, you do. You've got to give up the value of being liked or seen in a certain way and really do what feels right for you. Because there are going to be some people that are in solidarity with you, and there are going to be some people that are not. And once you post, it's not only the post, it's that comment section.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That comment section starts to create a momentum of its own. And then we see people posting and then deleting their posts, but then someone screenshotted the post that they deleted, and it's still going on and on and on. So I think that you've got to be really clear about what you're posting, why you're posting, and that you can stand by it.
And I mean, I know, you know, we're talking a lot about social media and posting, but really that's how we're living our lives out loud these days.
Yes.
And so it's incredibly important to have this kind of discussion on a media that we're so entrenched in, but actually haven't had a lot of education about, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. And so there are things that we can do. What do we need to consider before deciding to post or not to post? I think we've got some of your ideas on screen for people to maybe jot down or take a screenshot of.
For sure. And I think the first thing is this going to advance the conversation in a positive way? What is your intention? What is the outcome? Why are you posting this? So to get clear on that. And then the next thing would be, is this my truth right now? Like, can I stand by this right now? Because like we said, you're going to receive solidarity and you're going to receive backlash. I've even seen the most conscientious posts. I don't know if you've seen it, Meredith, where people are, you can tell they've put so much effort into what they're saying so that they are not offending anybody, and it's still getting picked apart. So you really want to make sure that you can stand by that at the time. And then also, is this the right platform to post on? For example, if this is a stand that your business is taking, then perhaps LinkedIn is the right platform. If it's really for friends and family, then maybe it's Facebook. So those are some things to consider.
Location.
Yeah,
it's true. And then, you know, one final point about maybe taking some time away. Maybe it's a time to turn things off. You want to stay informed, you want to stay compassionate, but there's also potentially a limit. And when do we know we've hit it?
I think if you are feeling overwhelmed and it is also what you're thinking about all the time and impeding your day-to-day activities, then give yourself a break, because your well-being is the top priority for yourself. This can be very difficult for people because they feel guilty. They feel guilty, but you will be able to be of service and help from a place where your well-being is intact than from a place where you are suffering yourself.
Yeah, you're putting your mask on first or before
Yeah,
helping other
yes.
people. You're full of so much information. Hina
Exactly.
Khan, you're great.
Thank
Where do we
you.
find more info about you?
Instagram is at Coach with Hina, and the website is hinakhan.ca.
Hina, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you. There's